Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I've not been having a great day. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but understand that this is going to be one of those builds that I make because I'm trying to unwind. It had nothing to do with work. It was just... let's just say some things are going on that, well, frankly, have me feeling quite a bit jaded with myself and, frankly, with relationships in general, but that's no one's fault here. So I'm going to be playing something a little more comfortable than what I've been playing recently. And although I've been having a lot of fun with that, don't get me wrong, I also kind of feel like if I'm going to really unwind, I kinda need to just play something a little more comfortable and just do my best to let things cool, as it would be. So we're going for a very balanced build, and I mean I could play this with the awe robe. Maybe I'll do that just because it makes sense. Here we go. And like I said, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail as to what's been going on because, frankly, it's stupid and I don't want to bore you guys with my problems. But suffice it to say, things could definitely be going better, and I'm aware of that. So, we're going to try to lighten the mood by talking about something completely different. And of course, we're going to start with Atlas because he gives me the most trouble. So then if I'm not going to be talking about my personal problems, then what exactly is the topic of the day? Well, there's part of it that involves, you know, just discussing some recent game purchases. But some of it that's also going to be kind of akin to a don't judge a book by its cover scenario. Pardon me. I've been kind of sleepy all day. I suppose to leave that off, what I should bring up that there is a particular game, a new roguelite that just came out of early access today, that I've been kind of looking forward to. The name of the game is Scarlet Maiden, if you want to go look it up, and if you do decide to go look it up, you'll probably understand why I choose not to show any of it off on YouTube. For those of you who choose not to look it up and are just expecting me to be honest, don't worry, I will be. It's a game I'm not going to play on YouTube because it's one of those games that has lewd content. And we'll just leave it at that. I'm sure you guys plenty understand what I mean when I say it has lewd content. I think I'll grab that. Even though it's going to negatively affect my cooldowns, I don't think it'll be by enough so to really ruin the run. Hey, who knows, maybe we'll find the... I forget what the name of the actual name of the relic is, but I just call it the metronome. A little early for that particular relic. So why would I tell you that one of the games that I picked up has lewd content? I mean, that's generally something that people keep to themselves. Well, as I had stated before, when I said that I had no shame over having Honey Pop on my computer, it's basically the same thing. I don't have a lot of shame when it comes to things like that. And I don't necessarily feel huge amounts of guilt over things that bring things that are sexual in nature. And that's not just because my sex life is pretty much non-existent. It's mostly because it's one of those things that I don't understand why I should be ashamed about. Like, if it weren't for things like... Let's see, I'll buy that and... Don't know if there's anything here that I would really want to use. Ignition drive is nice, but... yeah, I don't know. That's the archaic cheat sheet. Okay, neat, but not really anything I care about. Alright, so we've just got a ton of money going into the next level. Fun. Yeah, if it wasn't for this strange societal drive to, make people feel icky for, having very natural thoughts about that sort of thing, this coming from both society and generally religion, if I should point that out. Again, I'm not typically the sort of person that dwells on that topic too much. But it's one of those things that is coming up now just because it is a point to talk about, and for some people a strong point of contention in it. Trust me, I understand. They say that if you want to lose friends, then the two topics that you bring up to dissuade people from talking to you are politics and religion. So I am doing my best to try not to dive too far down that particular well. But understand that that is a good deal of what I think about why, certain topics are so taboo in our culture. When they really shouldn't be. Oops. I aimed that the wrong direction. Whatever, I'll grab it. Thunderdrop is neat, but I'm looking for other types of Arcana right now. I will go ahead and drop that for you. And there will be very few times where I don't want to activate my signature, so you can have that. And that's pretty much my thoughts on the whole topic. I mean, it's not for me to judge people for the games that they play, so it doesn't bother me like at all. What is Token of Luck? Sure. Alright, grab that, grab that, and grab that. Because hopefully we'll see other pieces of the Hunter's Satchel show up. And if I recall correctly, I'm not big on Inferno Cannon, but I'll grab it just to have another combat option. I shouldn't say I'm not big on it, I just kind of feel like that's not the right Arcana for this build. And we'll grab that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to want to hold on to that. Alright, we're going to fight Atlas, and then we're going to continue talking about this. It's mostly because I'm a giant dork and I think it's interesting, but... Alright. Good fight. No thanks. Now, as I pointed out earlier, I don't exactly have a lot of shame about that particular topic. And I will prove it by talking about perhaps my favorite character from Honey Pop, and no, not for that reason. Get your head out of the gutter. We're trying to have a mature discussion about porn games here. And yes, I know those two ideas, mature discussion and prawn games, do not belong together in the same sentence, but this is me we're talking about. There aren't a lot of topics that I dare shy away from, especially since in the past I've been willing to talk about how my brain dives into self-destructive territory at times. So if I'm okay talking about that, you best believe I'm okay talking about things that I like in, taboo games. Games that I feel shouldn't be taboo in the first place, but I accept it for what it is because, hey, I can't make judgments for everybody on that. But the name of the character in question is Nikki. And yes, she is the one that I used for the thumbnail. And she is not my favorite character for obvious lewd reasons, so I would like to state that to be abundantly clear right now. It's not just for the usual perversion. No, the reason why I like Nikki is because she's the sort of person that I just dig. She's shy, she's nerdy, she wears glasses, and I know that seems like an odd thing to bring up, but I can't help it. I like a girl that wears glasses. I'm not going to pretend like I understand it, just know that it's a thing. And she's the sort of character that I like because frankly, I like nerdy women. I like women who are cool to sit down and play a game, or roll up a character for an evening of playing tabletop RPGs. That's the sort of woman that I have quite a bit of interest in. And, oh, there's Nocturne. Alright, you can have the token, and let's see if he gives me anything interesting, because I would like something that would be effective against... yeah. Nothing. Well, no, there is something here I like. There we go. I like that. Everything else is just kind of either meh or something I would use in a different build. Oh, and that's the entire level, so... So when you first meet her, she is working as a barista, which she clearly doesn't like. Which, to be fair, I don't blame her. Okay, that was complete garbage. And sorry, I got distracted by wanting to curb stomp those horrible monsters. But as you learn more about her, it just becomes clear that she's one of those people that's, takes a while to get to trust someone. Like, she's even initially surprised that you choose to show her kindness, and as she starts to open up, she just becomes a more interesting character. Like her favorite hobbies are things like gaming, going on the internet. I mean, yeah, of course that sounds, familiar to me. God damn it. What do we got here? Oh, perfect. We will definitely take that. We'll upgrade that. And yes, I see bubble slaps down there. There is a good chance that I'll consider picking that up. But I like most of what I have, so there's a good chance I'm not going to change any further. Hey, did I forget to close my window again? Yeah, you can tell that my anxiety is keeping me from thinking rationally. So, yeah, bonus, I made the same mistake twice, because I suck. At the same time, it's nice and cool, I just kinda wanted the window open. Like, we're finally getting into the season of fall weather, and I just get so tired of having the window closed and the air conditioner on. But anyway, back to gushing about Nikki. So, she wears... you can see the outfit in the thumbnail, but she wears actually a very non-revealing outfit. She wears like a gray sweater that hangs off of one of her shoulders, and she has her hair done up in just a shoulder length, just very simple cut. Which, again, I'm fine with that. I really can't stress enough that it's not how she's portrayed, and physically that makes me so interested in her. Maybe it's because I myself am quite the introvert myself. Or maybe it's just that I find introverted women interesting. As I said, I do like nerdy women. Okay, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab that. And that's about it. Ah, man, that was awful. Like, her favorite location is actually just at home. Which, I can relate to that. Maybe that's a big reason of why I like her, is because I find her so relatable. And I guess that seems like a pretty obvious point, but... But that's exactly that's actually exactly why I'm bringing this up, is because the characters weren't just created for the sake of giving you something to self-pleasure to. These actually are characters that can be very interesting in their own rights. Okay, I guess I have it twice now. But would I understand if someone were skeptical both about the assertion itself and about my validity of it? Sure. I absolutely understand. Usually games that are developed for, that purpose aren't usually that strong in the characterization aspect. So I completely get it. I just want you to understand that, one, I have no shame, as I'm sitting here talking about Honey Pop openly. And two, that there can be more to something than meets the eye. Remember earlier when I was talking about that whole don't judge a book by its cover thing? Like, by all rights, I could have, instead of talking about Honey Pop, I could be talking about Transformers right now. I could be talking about Soundwave, or Optimus Prime, or Starscream. Because frankly, they're also more than meets the eye. Hold on, I gotta do the sound. I gotta do the sound now. Ready? There you go. Someone just had a huge nostalgia flashback right there. But I'm using it with the context that I am, because I feel it's important to reiterate the idea that that not everything necessarily has to be just what it is. Some things do have deeper ideas. Some things do have deeper meanings. And some things are just an excuse for, rampant tentacle artwork. Feel free to look that up if you like it. I will not judge. That is one of my biggest rules: no kink shaming. Because frankly, we all have that one kink where if someone knew about it, they'd probably go, "Oh yeah, not talking to that person anymore." And I think that's a really juvenile thing to do to someone. You're just not gonna talk to someone that you've gotten along with previously because they like something that you don't? Unfortunately, that seems to be kind of the prevailing idea in the world right now, is that if someone likes something that you don't, well then you need to ban them from your lives. They need to not exist. They deserve no right to be happy. They can't be treated like a human being, and they have to suffer for the consequences of their actions that were wrought on no one. Oh, that was dumb. Like, it's very strange that we're living in a world right now that doesn't understand nuances or difference in opinion. Like, it bothers me to no end. And there is more to that particular statement, but I'm trying not to be too divisive here. I'm already talking about a topic that's more than likely is going to make people go, okay, not watching that video. In this case, I'm making the point because I feel it's a point that should be made. Definitely take Tapping Glove. The point, of course, being that just because someone likes something that's you know, maybe a little bit weird in nature, doesn't mean that they're a bad person. At least I hope you guys don't think I'm a bad person now that I've, you know, been open and honest about my lack of shame with you now for the last, I don't know, roughly half hour. Or to be incredibly specific, 28 minutes and 7 seconds. But nor is this about me defending myself. I've already said I have no shame. So this isn't about me trying to defend any actions, this is just me openly having a discussion about something. Will I understand if it's a conversation about something that people feel a little uncomfortable about? Sure. But I think those are the most important discussions to have, because it's good to know about our boundaries and what we're willing to accept and what we're not. Those are always important conversations to have. I just hope that when all is said and done, you guys are okay with the conviction that I brought to the table by actually opening up and talking about this. But ultimately, so long as you understand that Nikki is the best girl in Honey Pop, that's good enough for me. And that's kind of like how a lot of people felt that, or I should say feel, that Abby is the best girl in Stardew Valley. And largely it's for a lot of the same reasons, because she doesn't care who thinks that she's nerdy, she just is who she is. She's unabashed in the things that she likes, and that's all there is to it. Oh, and she's also really sweet. I suppose that's the part that I kind of left out of the discussion about Nikki, is that she does have a really positive personality once you get beneath her shell, so to speak. I think that is the point that... I don't think that's what I was gonna say it's the point I was trying to make the whole time. No, it wasn't. but it should go a long way to explaining why Nikki is the best character in Honey Pop. Aside from maybe the fairy. Don't think I forgot about the fairy, because I love her too. Alright, Darksage, you're starting to get disgusting now. What? I'm allowed to like fairies. I like them quite a bit. I just think it's so weird about a game that's very clearly a sort of adult-themed dating sim that there are supernatural elements like fairies and aliens and like the game is more interesting than you give it credit for, okay? Just because it's kind of a cheesy match 3 doesn't mean that there aren't interesting things in it. Beautifully done. Oh, that was awful. And that's it. Alright, well, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you made it all the way through that little discussion that I wanted to have, because I think it's good to be able to be honest with ourselves and with each other. So, obviously, I would appreciate it if you would go through the YouTube 5-step, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and... Hold on. Comment, subscribe, bell... Comment... Alright, like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. That's the YouTube 5-step. If you're not going to do it for me, at the very least, do it for Nikki. She appreciates the validation, and so do I. But that's going to be it for right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time with me. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Darksage Walker, and take care, everybody.